Okay. Suikoden. We're pushing through close to the end of the game here. Like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna play Suikoden 2 right after this, but as I've mentioned before, I don't really feel like starting Suikoden 2 right away. It's always up like in my mind though, but it's a pretty long game and there's a lot to it. Thing is whether I'm gonna be able to resist starting a file or not, but I don't think so. I'm generally more drawn to Suikoden 1 in general. Then I finished Suikoden 2 like probably like 4 or 5 times in my life. Which is somewhat a lot, but not that much. So since I have the warp now, I can just go back and change my window frame, because it always changes itself when you close the PlayStation. And also try to see if I can change some characters. Probably like 3. It was the formation that I wanted, but now that I can use recruits like the general, she's so good. I would switch her though. I like how they made like the stairway look like it's in a cave. Like it did it well, pretty much. I never noticed that little detail before. They kind of look like fabric or something. Let's go get him a better shield. Since the shield, like, not every character's with a sword can use it. Oh wait, I have some tea. So I don't stream every single day, but yesterday I didn't stream. Something like that. Just like best shield for him. Doesn't really matter if it's expensive. What happens with the double beat rune is that depending on the speed of the character bearing that rune, it affects some things, but also it wouldn't like be like in Suikoden 2, like if there was one target, just one single enemy left, or if the battle starts with one single enemy, your character with the double B won't attack twice. It just attacks twice if there's two targets and they come first. Pretty cool actually, but it's a different double B rune kind of. Yeah, I'll probably end up with the half armor. Alright, start like here. Actually, the runes first. A flowing crystal should be handy on someone, for real. This also, like if one character uses this and everybody else has a fortune rune, it takes a little more time to get into battles, but it only gives you the best, the strongest enemies, so they will give you more XP each time. Best thing about, like, you don't remove your rune like every single time. I wouldn't do that, but at least they're safe there. But there's always one single rune that that's loose, so you can give it to like one of your 6 characters that doesn't have a good one already. Something like this. I don't get why this is like comes first before those, because it doesn't matter. Sometimes like one that has less defense has something on it, but the armor should, like the defense should be like in order though. The ones that don't use magic don't need this. Anybody who uses magic can use one of those or 2. that's it for that. And then just check if don't get why I don't have that latest blacksmith yet. He looks awesome with like a fire rune piece. Him also. Him, it has to be lightning though. Even fire is stronger. It looks awesome. I tried it before, having flicked with a fire rune piece, but because if you put one, there's only a few, but like if you put more than, like if you put 9, it doesn't change like its appearance when they attack. You only need 1, but like they stack up. If you put 9, like they get stronger. Fire is stronger than lightning, but he looks cooler with lightning on his weapon. McDowell at fire. I don't know if I would have to check my file. Like I think I gave him fire also, but I'm not sure. Probably. They all add fire pretty much because I used the Game Shark for my latest file before this one. Such a fun, like awesome file playing like side by side with Resident Evil 3. I can't believe it, like in like 2021 or something, just playing those 2 games every day. Maybe sometimes like Mega Man X4 or like I would have to check. Mostly Resident Evil 3 speed running and a master Suikoden 1 file with the Game Shark, but doesn't really matter as long as when you play in front of someone that you don't use the Game Shark and try to pretend that you didn't cheat, because it's not a thing. Like him, like he doesn't use a shield, probably because his sword is a two-handed sword. He uses a one-handed sword. It's why I like him. He's like a Lepant. He uses a shield also, which is pretty odd because he has like a two-handed hatchet. It's pretty stoic. So that's how it should look. I'll save again once there. First of all, maybe I should check if I'm probably gonna play a Final Fantasy 1 after this. Time for a little grind right here with the barrage enemies. It's just fun. Like their cage didn't attack twice. It's even further than what I was saying earlier. Like there was 2 units, but because McDowell was faster, McDowell ogged one of the enemies, so Cage couldn't attack like in front of McDowell. He only had one enemy for himself, so he couldn't double beat. I generally like a double beat room though. It's awesome on every characters because it works. Same in Suikoden 2, but the thing is, if you can use something else, he's pretty strong in magic already. You could use like the flowing room, because ninjas like magic. They like elements, like geomancy. I think that was a double critical, I think. Like Quando just fails to miss, kind of. Like I remember back in the day he missed more. Like I don't know. Also look at his hatchet, like it's like a long twin-edged axe. Like it's not like a one-handed axe. He has a shield with that. Pretty badass. Wasn't a double critical, just one critical, and the other one like doesn't zoom out. Because you can't give him like 2 rings. This is why, I mean, I like playing Suikoden 1, not more than Suikoden 2, but I feel like when I'm playing Suikoden 2, I love like the roster. All the characters are really awesome, and like the recurring ones like Flick, but Like, I tend to miss playing this game with like the non-recurring ones, like Croots, for example, and Cage is not a Suikoden 2. He's there, but you can't recruit him. You see him like in news. He's still a messenger. It's also awesome when you finish this game, like there's like story for each characters, what they're gonna do and stuff. That's why it's awesome that they made Suikoden 2. And it happens like, it takes place 3 years later. That's why it's called a saga. To me, it's kind of similar when a saga, like their more distance like between each games. You want to know if like some characters are like the ancestors and stuff like that, which is always awesome. But Suikoden 2 made it like pretty unique. It took place like little like later, 3 years. It's also when you go see Richmond, the detective in Suikoden 2, you can finally know the character's age. So if you like deduct 3 years, you can know how old they were in this one. I think in this one's Flick is like 23 or something, and he's like 26 in Suikoden 2. Those are like random numbers, but he looks younger, but also you can't tell Megdal's age. It doesn't say it in this game. He's probably like 19. He's younger than Flick. Flick is older than Megdal. He has that boy like appearance, so he's not older than Flick. Flick doesn't look much older though. Just genes. And then there's Futch. Futch is younger than Megdal also. But it's, I don't know if it's Futch's sister, Milia. She's probably around Megdal's age, but a little older. Yeah, for real, like Suikoden 2 is classic also. Like just seeing this when Flick pulled McDowell, it's kind of like when you're playing Suikoden 2, it's like on a much more grander scale. Like I really love both those games so much, but Suikoden 1, like it's, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't much younger when I played Suikoden 1. It's just that the roster was like so well made. Everything, like the tall sprites also. Kind of like Phantasy Star. I always think about Phantasy Star when I'm playing this. But back in the day, I didn't really play Phantasy Star a whole lot. I just knew about it. I was more like into Shining Force, Fire Emblem, Breath of Fire. Because it's not a 3D game. There's some 3D element to it, like isometric, but also the duels. It's not like full 3D though, but it's still like, it was a gorgeous looking game for the time. And I think people say this game didn't age that well. That's debatable, like, to each their opinion, but I think this game remains like a solid classic, like sought after. Having this complete in box is like a privilege. Yeah, which I don't. It would be a privilege. It's probably why I'm saying this. A lot of people out there owns this complete in box. I wouldn't say they're lucky because I don't really care, but good for them is what I'm saying. It's kind of like a Dragon Academy. I like it. Yes. One of my favorite characters. She's so awesome. She misses like often at first. Oh yeah. Pointless to go here, like he doesn't join. We'll Google it later. Pointless. But yeah. Guess you gotta click and remember afterwards. I need some potions and upgrade her weapon once at least. That's strange. I thought it would give me like the fourth one. could be secrets anywhere. This is my first time playing this Final Fantasy. The next playthrough will be parts, but I won't say like part 1. I will say part 2. Rock out. Let's do it, boys. These are basically like RPG Maker's graphics. That's why when we made our own projects, that we became kind of ambitious about making games. Because like you don't need to like go to college and stuff like that to like start making your own video games. Same thing with movies, but like you need funds. You need a team. You can't just do it by yourself like I've always done. Well, I've done like stuff with people also, but like at first and then like later on, but yeah. You need like a 4-man team, kind of like someone who does music, the people who creates the ideas, like the directors, and as well as the person who creates the game, like probably two persons. That's what I was trying to do with my cousin. Like he was mentioning it like the last time I saw him. He's like 6 years older than I am, and we're not really close, but he's my cousin, and he mentioned it like because he knew that I made like video games by myself, not just 1 or 2, but like 15, around like 20 games. I'm getting older also, so like it doesn't really matter. Like I'm more concentrated on like cards, like collecting cards, like your job, if you have one, that is, they're hard to get, or maybe upgrading in college, or like YouTube, and also I wouldn't say relationships, but like preserving like relationships that matters to you, as well as not just family, but mostly like relationships that mean something to you, and like things that you hoarded. I wouldn't say hoarding, but like things that you gathered since you were like young. Not like 5 years old, but like 20 years old, young. I think like watching movies or whatever you want always has a place, even if you grow older. It's more fun with like someone though, but because I've been very lunatic and introvert most of my life. Like past high school, close to college, I've been so like just like in my own bubble. That was like way before YouTube, by the way. It's not because YouTube, like back in the day though, I didn't think that YouTube was like it was. Like I thought like, I don't know, I'm not gonna get into it, but I thought something that was not at all what it is. I realized it after like 10, like not 10 years, but like 6 years maybe after. I was like, oh, that's how YouTube is. Like I didn't know. It doesn't change much, but like I think it would be interesting for someone who would hear what I'm saying. Like when you think something is like a certain way, but it's not at all. I didn't put too much like thinking into it also because I was busy, but when I realized how it really was, I was like, sure, like why not? I mean, cool. It's just YouTube. It's not like, it's kind of like I don't really like streaming services a lot. I started liking it like in the middle of it, kind of. I started liking like Disney Plus, but I don't really find myself that drawn to like paying a fee to. It's kind of like subscriptions. It would make more sense for me like if someone liked subscribing or sponsoring someone on Twitch than paying for like a Netflix account that you barely use. If you use it for like 10 hours in like 2 weeks, it's not enough. And face it, like time is limited, so like if you have your Netflix, I'm not gonna get into if you have money or not, like I'm just saying like no matter what, like if you don't use Netflix that much, it starts stacking up fast. They don't care. Like I'm not against Netflix, but it's just I was talking about Disney Plus also. They're the two best ones. So like I'm not like totally against it. I know like they're good, but I feel like it makes more sense for you to tip someone on Twitch than to or donate to someone like on YouTube than to always have your Netflix at any cost. Just keep that in mind. Netflix is useful, but it's not that necessary. I don't care if people only start realizing it now. It's their choice. There's Google AI. Just ask the question. if Netflix is that useful if you only use it for like 10 hours in 2 weeks. It's not. They should disclaim like, we really want you to be like, or like not supporters. They really want like to please their clients. So keep in mind, like, if you don't use Netflix that much, maybe you should like consider not like having it yearly or something like that. Like really friendly, but it's not like that. It's more like, give us your money, like everybody, like electricity kind of thing. I see what it is. I'm not like against it, but so then you start getting into if Netflix is worth it, like no matter what you pay for it. You don't want to be a couch potato either, like it all adds up. You don't have that much time to watch Netflix no matter what, so like think about it. Like if you're 26 years old or something, like do you really need Netflix? You need your cell phone. You need your own phone with Wi-Fi. You need your grocery. You need like a good laptop or something, a tablet or a good console. And then there's your car. Like you need your car, you need gas. My gosh, it starts adding up pretty fast. The food doesn't last that long either. Netflix is just on the top of like the unnecessary kind of thing that makes sure that you need it kind of thing. I feel like they don't really like, they don't deliver that much either. I'm not against it because it's Netflix though. Like Netflix is like the powerhouse kind of thing. Like I'm not against it, but it's not because it's like that I'm not against it. I don't want to seem like, not to people but to Netflix themselves, I don't want to seem like I don't know what it's worth and like I don't appreciate that it's pretty decent. There's a few features that I really like also. Well, thinking about it, if you have ad block, it's not really like you're not really supposed to have an ad block on anything. So that's one reason right there why Netflix is awesome. It's kind of like a subscription cable with a lot of things on it, but let's see if that sword changes. Let's see. I really want to see if the sword changes. I'm gonna keep playing it later. This is a new RPG. Like I don't really want to play it if like it's lackluster kind of thing. Yeah, like Netflix, I hear people talk about it, but I already had my mind made up. Like I think Netflix is not that. The sword didn't even change, like for real. Come on, Square, get your shit together. That's terrible. That's like lame. My gosh. Do you have to wait for certain swords to like... That should have been like a different color. Like honestly, it would have been so awesome. Gosh. Anyway. So it's basically Netflix, then Disney Plus. Never mind like Hulu, Crave TV. Just use something. Just use YouTube, but like I was saying, if you have an ad block, it's against YouTube's policy. So you don't know, like just don't do it. So it gets kind of frustrating when you're watching something on YouTube because it's YouTube, but you have like ads every 2 minutes. Like come on, it's not awesome. So it's like right now, if I was streaming this for like 5-6 viewers, but there was ads on the middle of my streams, like it's okay at the beginning for some reason you don't mind, or like sometimes I mean, it's gonna get there. At some point, there's an ad like that just pops. You have to wait, but I wish I could like avoid having that in the middle. Just at the beginning, you have to like. There's a loading ad pretty much when you click play. Sure, that's fine. But like in the middle of the stream, sure, whatever. I'm really honest though. Ads are annoying, so that's one of the things that Netflix has like for it going like it has a good thing like going for itself. But I'm not pleased about like that it shows you where you're at on a video or like episode wise. That is nothing. YouTube offers that, so let's say you could use an ad block on YouTube and it was fine. Right there, YouTube is better, but there's no like exclusive or like there's what is it called? YouTube, not YouTube Prime, but something. You can get that. Problem about Netflix is that, like, yes, if you watch something, if it's there, it's never gonna give you like a virus, because smart TVs can get viruses also, not just your laptop or cell phone. Like, I like that YouTube does that, like it offers good old movies and stuff, but it's not enough. If I ask Google AI right now how much movies there are in the Netflix database, like in the next month it would change, like there would be less or not that much more. You take down so much movies, it's like so basically get into that Pluto TV, Tubi. I'm not gonna name like other ones, but Pluto TV is like it's kind of limited, but there's stuff for you there. Let's just say you're doing something like you're multitasking and you're just watching TV in the back. Like you don't need to be sitting in front of the TV to be sure that like, but it depends. If you really want to watch a show that's coming up, it's that style. You're not gonna multitask watching that show, but like I also heard like lately people saying that like you pay like so much just for one single TV show. Like that's pretty rough. It's limited. Like, you gotta subscribe to something else for something else, like because they're all not in one providing service, but still. I mean, to me, it's like I would have like a notebook or something and write down what I want to watch and find it a way or another without paying like that much. And I could try to be like 50-50, kind of like not just like a few, but not that many either. And like I'm not gonna get into what I want to watch because it's my stuff, like it's my business. To each their own, but I feel like it's pretty obvious that what I want to watch, like other people want to watch it too, and it's not really why I want to watch it, but I just know. Also on Facebook, there's like feed that like you see what movies are coming out. In those feeds, you see so many movies that you're interested in, but you're probably not gonna like watch them like that soon. You just know that they're being released. It's like if Dumb and Dumber 3 was being released. I would really want to watch it, but like there's movies that I'm sure I want to watch, but there's only a few. I'm not a big anime guy also, like when animes are like in a movie format, like new Resident Evil and Final Fantasy and stuff, like it's I don't know if it's my age or something, but I don't know. The same thing with like movies with actors, like sometimes like popular series, movie series start being more like too obscure, kind of. You don't know one single actor, and like it's just like whatever. Same with video games, like the latest Suikoden games. If not one single character from an older one is in this, like the new one, like I feel like it's the same franchise though. It's not like when I was talking about like bad like sequels, like Breath of Fire 6 or something. No, but like they could be good, but you can tell they could be good. There's just not one like familiar character in it whatsoever. But still, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! How I loved watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX because Duel Monsters was like the best, like it was the classic, but you see, like I'm not gonna spoil anybody, but like I mean, by now you should have watched it. When you see Yugi, like in the first episode, not just that, like, then I'm not gonna spoil, but like you don't know if you're gonna see him again. You just know it's him, but you see him in the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. He's older. That stuff is really what I like. Like it's really cool. It's like for example in this game, you get Kane, but he has like a hoodie. I did research. I also wanted to see like Theodore, that's what his name is, if he gets like another class at some point. I like that. But the weapons don't change, like what? They must change. Just the beginning of the game. likes being sick. I think you gotta be sick at least once, like every winter. It's like my mind feels like I don't get sick once a year, but you can also get sick during summer. It's not really like, but it's generally in winter though. I think sometimes I skip a year. I don't get sick during like winter, certain years, but I feel lucky. Way better. 40, 50. Yeah. You still don't sell them. You keep one of them each, but also here, yeah, I can't put like 2 weapons. But I did raise his like evasion like 20% right there. As if that's not gonna be good. Like, it's gonna be good. He has a lot of HP as well, so like, just use potions. And I think like the evasion doesn't like raise, it's like, it doesn't increase with levels though, but it's like a trick. If you put like too much armor, your character's tough, but like he gets hit every time. Your choice. They're not gonna hit him that much, I can tell. They're like the first enemies. With speed also. Like, I wouldn't wait for them to like attack to see, but you just feel it when you're grinding. You don't get as hit, like. Not getting hit as much. I bet they thought it was cool that he had a scarf or something like that. It's like a cloak. It's pretty cool. I think this game is more like for a little kid or something. It'd be pretty cute for like a kid. Not for hardcore fans. Well, it's the same thing, really. It plays well, but I would just feel like playing the irregular version with Cecil. Thing is, I want to see how good it is, though, because it's pretty cool. So he's not a paladin, but he does have white magic like his dad and his mom. It's also cool that only Rosa was able to use Oli, not Cecil. When you're at like 90% evasion, that's where they kind of never hit you. But I'm not sure if there's like gears that increases your evasion though to help. Because if you don't get any by leveling up, it kind of stays at 50. I know by removing the shield, it's not gonna give me more. Maybe 60. No, it cut it like it removed some. Very subjective, because having 2 swords is really awesome in 3. Feels like an appealing video game in the battle system. The battle system in the battle, I meant. Wow. How many levels did I get? Yeah. Cool arrangement there. Okay. So yeah, all in all, After Years is cool, but it's not like... it's not that good, but it's still pretty cool. I mean, I'm all about, like, if your main character, like, suits you kind of thing, like... because a lot of games you only use one character. That's why I was saying it's kind of made for your kid or something, because he looks like a little kid. It's not like Palom and Parom, like, they're kids, but, like, they're important characters in the story. But they pretty much just made a new game with, like, Cecil's kid, but it's, like, debatable whether it's good or not. At least it looks cool, but don't really have time, I think. care that much. I'm gonna give it a chance though. I'm gonna replay it like eventually. Maybe after I do like PSP Final Fantasy IV version. There's a trick to like play shooters, like you gotta be in the mood, kind of like you don't stare at the boss, just like you do that trick with your eyes, like you're not focused, so you can see everything, and you just move a little bit and shoot what needs to be shot. It's like fighting games. Like fighting games, there's a few different tricks that helps you when you're playing against someone else. It will end like almost a tie if you do that tricks, but you will win. You either look at your own health or your opponent's health. Don't look at both. Like pick which one you want to look at. That was pretty hardcore. Like if you know like how to move like really swiftly and always attack. Only thing left is make sure that your opponent's life like drops kind of faster than yours, but like just drops. And at the end, like if it's kind of like when you're playing against a CPU, if your enemy has like one little pellet of life left, you gotta jump toward them and kick them from the air, land on their head. That's like the last thing to do. What? They're asking me my sign? Sure. That was cool. Well, I'm gonna play Final Fantasy 1 now. For an hour. On a different stream though. I'm going to make some tea and eat a little. Probably something warm like soup. Because it is cold outside. And it's raining, I think. Some sort of like wet snow. It looks foggy. We'll be playing Chrono Cross later tonight. If someone sees this, they like that game, like, I wouldn't blame you. You can also play it by yourself, which is even better, but I'm here for that.